Hi, my name is Dr. Nargis Duma. Please support our channel, like, comments, and subscribe. If you are over the age of 60 and have been diligently taking a collagen supplement every single day, only to find that months have passed without any meaningful change, then you absolutely must hear this. The frustrating lack of results you're experiencing is, in all likelihood, not a sign that collagen doesn't work for you. The real issue is a series of small, common, and easily overlooked mistakes. Mistakes that silently sabotage the entire process, preventing your body from absorbing and utilizing the very supplement you're investing in. This video is dedicated to unraveling those 7 critical errors. More importantly, it will provide you with a clear, actionable, and scientifically informed blueprint for correcting each one. Because when you understand the why behind the failure, you gain the power to transform your routine. Let's begin by addressing a fundamental truth. Your body retains a profound and innate capacity for repair and regeneration, the biological machinery for healing, for building new tissue, and for restoring vitality does not simply shut down after a certain birthday. What does change, however, are the conditions required for that machinery to operate at its best. As we age, our digestive efficiency, our nutrient absorption rates, our hormonal balances, and our metabolic processes undergo subtle shifts. These shifts mean that strategies which may have worked perfectly in our 40s or 50s can become less effective. They also mean that we must become more strategic, more intentional, and more knowledgeable about how we support our physiology. Taking collagen is not like taking a simple vitamin. It is a targeted nutritional intervention that requires specific cofactors and conditions to succeed. The journey you are about to embark on is not about blaming yourself for what you've been doing wrong, but about empowering yourself with knowledge. It is about moving from a place of hopeful guessing to one of confident, evidence-based action. Every piece of advice that follows is designed to align with the unique physiological landscape of the mature adult body, ensuring that your efforts are not in vain, but are instead amplified and directed toward genuine, measurable improvement. The first and perhaps most physically destructive mistake involves a deeply ingrained habit: the temperature of the liquid you use. It is incredibly common to simply stir your daily scoop of collagen powder directly into your morning coffee, your tea, or even a cup of hot cocoa, believing that the heat will help it dissolve and integrate seamlessly into your routine. On the surface, this seems perfectly logical and harmless. The powder vanishes and you consume it, assuming the full dose is now on its way to work. However, this practice harbors a silent, destructive secret. Collagen, at its molecular core, is a complex protein made up of long, delicate chains of amino acids, primarily glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline. These chains are folded into specific three-dimensional structures that are essential for their biological activity. When you introduce this intricate protein to boiling or near boiling water, we're subjecting it to a brutal shock of thermal energy. This energy violently disrupts those delicate poles and chains in a process known as protein denaturation. Imagine taking a beautifully intricate piece of origami and holding it over a steaming kettle. Paper doesn't disappear, but its carefully crafted structure collapses into a limp, useless form. Similarly, each damaged collagen peptides lose their specific ioactive configuration. They become a scrambled, broken down mass of protein fragments that your digestive system cannot recognize, absorb, or reassemble into the building blocks needed for your joint, skin, and tendon. Scientific research provides clear parameters for this damage. Studies published in food and agricultural chemistry journals indicate that the degradation of collagen peptides begins at temperatures as low as 160 degrees Fahrenheit, 71 degrees Celsius. To put that in a very practical context, by the time you pour it and add your collagen, it is still likely well above that critical 160-degree threshold. This means the very first sip you take may already contain a significant portion of collagen that has been functionally destroyed. rendered biologically inert before it even reaches your stomach. For an individual over 60, whose natural digestive enzymes and stomach acid production may already be diminished, this represents a catastrophic waste. Your body, working harder to extract nutrients, is presented with a damaged, unusable substrate. Instead of being broken down into the small, absorbable peptides that can travel through your bloodstream to repair tissue, this denatured collagen often passes through your digestive tract as mere bulk, offering no therapeutic value whatsoever. The solution, thankfully, is remarkably simple and requires only a minor shift in habit. You do not have to give up your beloved morning ritual. Instead, exercise a small amount of patience. Allow your hot beverage to cool on the counter for 10 to 15 minutes. Aim for a temperature that feels warm to the touch, not scalding hot. Alternatively, consider mixing your collagen into room temperature by taking this one. A simple precaution. You are acting as a guardian for those fragile protein structures, ensuring they arrive in your digestive system intact, potent, and fully prepared to deliver the healing benefits you paid for. The second major error stems from a fundamental misunderstanding of how collagen synthesis works in the human body. A vast number of people take their collagen powder in isolation, treating it as a standalone miracle worker, and then express confusion when, after months, they perceive zero difference in their skin elasticity or joint comfort. The missing link, the absolutely non-negotiable catalyst in this entire equation, is vitamin C. To understand why, we must look at the basic biology of tissue construction. Consuming collagen powder does not directly translate into new collagen fibers in your skin or cartilage. What you are consuming are the raw materials, the specific amino acid bricks, glycine and proline. However, your body cannot simply stack these bricks into a stable, functional block. It requires a master builder, a foreman, and the essential tools for construction. So vitamin C fulfills that role with precision. It acts as an essential cofactor for the enzymes responsible for a chemical process called hydroxylation. Its process is what stabilizes the nascent collagen strands, allowing them to twist into the strong triple helix structure that gives connective tissue its remarkable tensile strength, elasticity. Without adequate levels of vitamin C present at the cellular level, those raw amino acid materials simply circulate in your bloodstream, unused and unassembled, until they are eventually filtered out by your kidneys and excreted in your urine. You are, quite literally, flushing your investment down the drain. This issue becomes critically pronounced after the age of 60. Natural stores of vitamin C can decline due to a variety of factors. Reduced dietary intake of fresh fruits and vegetables, often due to dental issues, changes in taste, or digestive sensitivity. Decreased stomach acid production, which impairs nutrient absorption, and the body's generally increased need for antioxidants to combat cellular stress. Research starkly illustrates the consequences. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition demonstrated that adults over 65 with low vitamin C intake, less than 100 mg daily, exhibited up to 40% lower collagen density in their skin compared to peers with sufficient intake. This is not a minor discrepancy. It is a chasm that explains the gap between hope and reality for countless individuals. The corrective action is straightforward and powerful. Never take your collagen in a nutritional vacuum. Always, without exception, pair it with a source of vitamin C. This synergy can be achieved through whole foods or supplementation. You can mix your collagen powder into a small glass of freshly squeezed orange or grapefruit juice. Can stir it into a smoothie packed with vitamin C-rich strawberries, kiwi, pineapple, or bell pepper. You can simply take it with a glass of water that has a generous squeeze of fresh lemon or lime juice. If you prefer the consistency of a supplement, taking 250, 500 milliliters of vitamin C alongside your collagen dose is highly effective. A note of caution: avoid the trap of using processed, sugar-laden fruit drinks or sodas that are fortified with vitamin C. The excessive sugar in these beverages initiates a harmful process called glycation, where sugar molecules bond to and stiffen collagen fibers, directly counteracting your goals. Stick to natural, low-sugar sources. When this powerful pairing is executed consistently, the change can be dramatic. Many report noticing a visible improvement in skin texture and a reduction in joint stiffness within 4 to 6 weeks. This is not about taking more collagen. It is about activating the collagen you already have with the simple, essential key, that is vitamin C. Mistake number 3 is a pervasive and often invisible dietary shortfall that completely undermines collagen's purpose. Failing to consume adequate total daily protein. It is a tragic misconception to view a scoop of collagen powder as a sufficient or primary source of protein for the day. Collagen is a fantastic specialized protein, but it is incomplete. It lacks adequate amounts of certain essential amino acids, most notably tryptophan. Body's repair and maintenance processes are holistic. They require the full spectrum of amino acids, the complete set of building blocks, to construct and repair all tissues, from muscle and organ tissue to enzymes and hormones. Think of collagen as a delivery of specialized, high-quality ceramic tiles for a bathroom renovation. They are beautiful and necessary for the job, but you cannot build the entire house with only tiles. You still need lumber, nails, drywall, and plumbing. The lumber and nails in its metaphor are the other essential amino acids found in complete dietary proteins: leucine, isoleucine, valine, the branched chain amino acids, lysine, methionine, and others. These are abundantly present in foods like eggs, poultry, fish, lean meats, dairy products like Greek yogurt and cottage cheese, legumes, lentils, and tofu. After the age of 60, the body faces a physiological challenge known as anabolic resistance. This means that for a given amount of protein consumed, the muscle and tissue building response is blunted compared to a younger person. This is where the synergy with collagen becomes powerful. Collagen should not be your primary protein source. It should be a targeted adjunct to a protein-rich diet. The most effective strategy is to take your collagen with or immediately after a meal that contains other complete proteins. For example, stir your collagen into a post-breakfast smoothie made with Greek yogurt and milk. Mix it into a bowl of oatmeal that is topped with nuts and seeds. Blend it into a snack that includes almond butter. By doing this, you provide your body with the comprehensive amino acid profile it needs for total body repair, while simultaneously delivering the specific tissue-targeting peptides from collagen. The collagen now has the necessary crew to work with. The result? Firmer muscles, more resilient joints, and skin that looks supported from within, not just superficially moisturized. Before you take your next scoop, pause and ask yourself, have I nourished my body with enough complete protein today to make this collagen work? It is the foundational question that separates waste from wisdom. Our fourth error concerns chronobiology, the science of biological timing. The when of collagen consumption is not a trivial detail. It is a powerful lever that can significantly influence outcomes. The default for most people is the morning, often on an empty stomach. driven by routine and the desire to get it done. However, this timing may be suboptimal for several reasons linked to the body's natural rhythms. During the daytime, especially upon waking, your body is in a catabolic state, focused on breaking down nutrients for immediate energy, alertness, and activity. Taking a valuable protein like collagen on an empty stomach in this state runs the risk of your body oxidizing those amino acids for fuel, rather than directing them toward tissue repair. The ideal time for collagen supplementation aligns with the body's prime repair and regeneration window, the evening and the periods surrounding sleep. A growing body of research supports this. Studies have shown that taking collagen peptides about an hour before bedtime can enhance overnight muscle recovery and lead to greater improvements in joint comfort. This is because the body's natural production of growth hormone and its focus on cellular repair peak during deep, slow-wave sleep. By providing the raw materials just before this intensive repair shift begins, you are effectively stocking the workshop right as the night shift clocks in. There is an added, often overlooked benefit. The amino acid glycine, which constitutes about 1/3 of collagen, has demonstrated mild calming and sleep-promoting properties in clinical trials. Therefore, an evening collagen ritual does double duty. It supplies building blocks for repair and may gently support the restorative sleep necessary for that repair to occur. To implement this, consider shifting your collagen dose to the evening. Dissolve it in a cup of warm chamomile tea, tart cherry juice, or a simple glass of warm milk. If you strongly prefer a morning dose, never take it on an empty stomach. Always combine it with a meal containing other nutrients, which increases absorption by up to 27%. The fifth critical pitfall is driven by the desire for economy but results in profound waste: purchasing low-quality, poorly sourced collagen powder. High-quality collagen undergoes enzymatic hydrolysis, breaking long molecules into short, easily absorbed bioactive peptides. Cheap products skip this step, resulting in large, poorly digestible fragments. Your digestive system cannot break these down effectively, leading to minimal absorption. You may as well be consuming flavored chalk. Furthermore, the source material for cheap collagen is frequently suspect. Introducing these contaminants can cause bloating, inflammation, or other digestive discomforts. To ensure you are buying a product worthy of your health investment, become a label detective. First, look for the words hydrolyzed collagen peptides. Second, seek transparency in sourcing: grass-fed, pasture-raised bovine, wild-caught marine, or free-range poultry. Third, prioritize brands that undergo rigorous third-party testing for purity, with certifications from organizations like NSF, International, or USP. Fourth, examine the ingredient list. It should be short and clean, with no added sugars, artificial sweeteners, flavors, or unnecessary fillers. A high-quality collagen powder will dissolve clearly and completely in cooling or a warm liquid within seconds, with no strong odor or unpleasant aftertaste. Spending a few extra dollars per container on a verified pure product is not an indulgence. It is a non-negotiable requirement for efficacy. You are not just buying powder. You are investing in a functional, bioavailable raw material that your body can actually use to rebuild itself. I have witnessed patients transition from a generic store brand collagen to a verified hydrolyzed peptide form, and within a single month begin reporting noticeable reductions in morning stiffness and improvements in skin texture that had eluded them for years. Your body's reconstruction project deserves high-quality materials. The mistake number 6 highlights a synergist that is so fundamental it is often forgotten. Water. Collagen molecules have a natural affinity for water, binding to it and creating a gel-like cushioning matrix that keeps skin plump, joints lubricated, and connective tissues resilient. When these sponges are fully saturated with water, they are flexible and shock absorbent. When dehydrated, they become dry, brittle, and prone to stiffness. The peptides you consume need a fluid-rich environment to migrate to their target sites and become incorporated into the tissue framework. After 60, the body's thirst mechanism becomes less sensitive, and the total body water content naturally decreases. Many older adults consciously consume very few fluids, sometimes substituting dehydrating beverages like coffee or tea for pure water. This creates a chronic, low-grade state of dehydration that directly sabotages your collagen supplementation efforts. A compelling study found that participants who combined collagen supplementation with adequate hydration showed a 22% greater improvement in skin elasticity than those taking collagen alone. Your hydration strategy must be intentional. Aim to sip water consistently throughout the day, targeting at least 8 8-ounce glasses. Do not wait for thirst. Incorporate water-rich foods like cucumbers, celery, watermelon, and oranges, and leafy greens into your meals. They provide water along with electrolytes. A highly effective practice is to drink a full 8-ounce glass of water immediately after consuming your collagen powder. This helps shuttle the peptides into your system. Limit diuretics like excessive caffeine and alcohol, which promote fluid loss. View every glass of water not as a separate task, but as an essential activator for your collagen investment. Without sufficient hydration, you are asking collagen to build a house without any mortar. With optimal hydration, you give collagen the environment it needs to create lasting, tangible strength from the inside out. Finally, we arrive at the 7th and most psychologically challenging mistake: impatience and premature abandonment of the protocol. In an era of instant gratification, we are conditioned to expect rapid results. Marketing for health supplements often fuels this with promises of results in 14 days or younger-looking skin. In a week. This creates a dangerous expectation. Collagen is not a drug or a moisturizer. It is a raw material your body must absorb and meticulously weave into your connective tissue. This is a slow, foundational process. For individuals over 60 with potentially slower rates of protein synthesis and tissue turnover, this process requires even more time and unwavering consistency. Clinical trials bear this out. Research showed that while some improvements were noted at 4 weeks, significant increases in skin elasticity were not observed until the 12-week mark. Similarly, studies on joint health report that meaningful reductions in discomfort typically emerge after 3 months of continuous daily use. If you stop at the 4 or 6 week mark because you don't see anything, you are almost certainly fitting right on the precipice of change. Your body has been busy during those first weeks, absorbing peptides, increasing precursor activity, and initiating the repair process at a cellular level. The visible and palpable results are the final step in a long chain of events. To manage expectations and maintain motivation, I advise patients to adopt a 90-day minimum commitment. Keep a simple journal. In weeks 1-4, note non-visceral changes, perhaps improved sleep quality, better digestion, or a slight increase in energy. In weeks 5-8, look for subtle physical shifts. Skin may feel softer to the touch, hair and nails might grow stronger, morning stiffness may begin to ease. In weeks 9-12, expect more definitive changes. A visible improvement in skin hydration and fine lines, noticeably less joint pain during activities, and greater overall resilience. It is also crucial to remember that collagen is not a standalone miracle. Collagen is the specialized construction crew, but these other factors create the safe, well-supplied job site. Body's ability to heal has not expired. It operates on a schedule of patience and consistency. Honor that schedule, and you will be rewarded with sustainable improvements that no quick fix could ever provide. If you see yourself in any of these 7 common errors, please do not view it as a failure, but as a tremendous opportunity. Almost every individual who begins taking collagen makes at least one of these missteps initially. The power lies in the correction. You now possess the knowledge to audit your own routine. Start today. Choose one mistake. Perhaps you will let your coffee cool tomorrow. Or you will buy a bottle of vitamin C. Or you will drink an extra glass of water with your evening dose. Implement that single change with consistency for 1 week. Then add another. This is not about a daunting overhaul, but about a series of small, intelligent upgrades that compound over time to produce a radically different outcome. The story of health after 60 is not one of decline and surrender, but of adaptation, wisdom, and strategic self-care. Your body remains an astonishingly capable system, ever ready to rebuild and renew when given the correct materials in the correct way. You have taken the first step by seeking this knowledge. The next step is to apply it. Trust the process, honor your body's timeline, and know that the investment you are making in your foundational health will pay dividends in comfort, mobility, and vitality for years to come. This detailed guide has provided you with value and clarity. Please support our channel, Wines of Thought, by liking this video. Your engagement helps us create more content to empower this community. Thank you for your time and commitment to your well-being.